Hey, Jimmy, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that a pregnant woman was just at our house.
A pregnant woman? What is that supposed to mean? Who was this woman? A friend of yours or something like that?
No, she wasn't anyone that I had ever met before. But she introduced herself as Libby to me. Do you happen to know anyone named Libby?
Libby, huh? No. Not really anyone that I can think of.
So then, you're telling me that you forgot who this person is?
I don't really know. All I know is that I don't think that I have any friends with that name, so I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, that's just so weird, because when she showed up, she said that she was looking for you because you helped her out. She said that she was feeling really ill one day from her pregnancy and sat down outside. And she said that you must have noticed how she was feeling because you offered to buy her some water since it was so hot.
Oh, wow. Yes, okay. Now that you say all of that, this sounds a lot more familiar now. I just had no idea that that woman's name was Libby is all. You're really telling me she showed up to our house just to thank me for that?
Apparently so. But honestly, you almost never see people take that kind of time and patience to say their thanks. I mean, she even brought over a pie that she baked for us.
Oh, wow. Well, great. That's all good then, isn't it?
I think so, yes. And I don't know how she knew, but she made pecan pie, my favorite.
Well, that is good. I was almost worried for a second that something bad had happened with this person.
Well, that is actually one thing that I wanted to talk to you about with this woman. I asked her how she knew where we all lived, and she told me that you told her our address on the day you helped her.
Well, she kept going on about how she wanted to pay me back and she wouldn't let up. So I finally told her our address. But of course, I never really thought that she would even remember it, let alone show up at our front door. I honestly totally forgot that I even told her the address. I thought I'd just helped her and that was it.
I see. Well, I guess I can see how you would just forget doing something like that while you were busy. But either way, it sounds like Libby was really, really grateful for all that you did to her. I mean, to think that she would come all the way here just to try and thank you in person. It really is amazing.
Yeah, right? I mean, of course it's not like she really needed to come all the way here.
Well, I guess she just felt really, really grateful for what you did for her. It sounds like she really wasn't feeling well at all, and you showed up at just the right moment. But wow, she looked really, really pregnant when she showed up. I sure hope she's feeling better now and isn't having any of those issues that you had to help her through.
If you think she's looking better, then hopefully that means she is. She was looking pretty bad the day that we first met.
I think she was looking very good. She was all smiles and very, very polite. And I asked her if she was feeling better, and she said that she was. So hopefully there isn't anything to worry about.
Well, there you go. It sounds like all is well that ends well, right?
But there is just another thing that I still can't quite wrap my head around. I mean, it's just that it's a little unusual for you to be helping people like that.
Oh, come on. Are you really telling me it's unusual for me to give people a hand now and then? That's crazy.
Well, I'm just saying that I've been in bed with a fever and can hardly get a word out of you, much less a hand.
Right, well, the thing about that time was that I had a really important conference coming up, and I couldn't risk getting whatever it is that you had.
Yes. We've already talked this topic to death, if you ask me. But I just can't help comparing that time to now. And I suppose that leads me to think that maybe we shouldn't have gotten married.
Oh, come on. Give me a break, Cindy. You're just being ridiculous now. I told you that I was really sorry for the way I acted while you were sick. And of course, if that ever happened to you again, I would be by your side the entire time.
And I certainly hope so. Because if you repeated that same little stunt of yours again, well, it just wouldn't go well for you.
I know, Cindy. And I want you to know that I am really sorry about that.
Well, anyways, it's all in the past now. But you should hurry home so we can enjoy this homemade pie.
Glad to see that no matter how you feel about the situation, you're still going to eat the pie anyways.
I mean, why wouldn't I? That's just a waste of a good pie at that point, you know. Anyways, do you have any idea what time you're going to come home today?
I think I might actually have to come back just a little late, so I might not be home until around 9.
Oh, okay. No problem at all. I'll just keep doing my work at home too then. And make sure to have some dinner ready for you by the time that you get home as well.
Thank you so much for that, Cindy. I appreciate it. And good luck with your work as well. 2 weeks later. Cindy, are you there? Is now a good time to chat really quick?
Oh, Jimmy? What's the matter? Is everything okay?
Well, it's just, I have to go on a business trip. I'll have to leave for it next week, and I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks after that.
Hold on a second. You mean that you're going to be out of town next week? But Jimmy, that's when our anniversary is.
I know. That's why I'm really sorry about this.
I mean, we even made those reservations at our favorite restaurant for it.
You're right. And I'm really sorry this had to come up right now. I promise to try and make it up to you when I get back. Okay?
Well, okay. I mean, I guess if it's for your job, then you can't really say no to it, right? I can call the restaurant and tell them to cancel the plans, though.
Please do, Cindy. I really appreciate that. I was really looking forward to getting to go out with you, of course, but...
No, it's fine. I know that you wouldn't do something like this. It sounds like we really don't have much choice. But you don't really get sent on business trips all that often. In fact, I don't think you've had any since we got married.
Yeah, you're right. But this one is just a bit weird. Should be a one-off thing, really.
Oh, I see. So then it's not that you're just going to be having to do a lot more business trips in the future?
Yeah, that's right. I really think that if there are more in the future, that they're going to be really rare.
Actually, while we're on this subject, I just wanted to say that you've been coming home later and later recently. Are things just getting really busy at work for you or something like that?
Yeah, that's what's going on. Our managers are trying to introduce this new system, and it's taking a lot of readjusting. So everyone at the office is kind of all over the place and really scattered in terms of how to do their jobs now.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope that your bosses aren't driving everyone totally crazy. But anyways, you need to make sure to watch what you eat while you're away on this business trip. You can't just be eating junk food or out at restaurants every day, got it? Have a salad every now and then.
Okay. I wasn't going to eat just junk food, you know. Besides, you know that I care a lot more about what I eat since I got together with you. But I will have to eat out a few times just because there's going to be business meetings with clients and all of that. And I'm sure that we're going to be taking them out to nice restaurants to try and impress them, you know?
Well, just as long as you're doing it for work and not just having a mini vacation for yourself over there. And make sure you don't agree to go out on any kind of skeevy girly bars or anything like that. Got it?
Come on, Cindy. Just who do you think I am anyways, huh? Besides, this is going to be on the company dime, so auditors are going to look at where we've gone. I think we'll probably just go out to eat dinner, talk, and then everyone is going to go home. It'll all be pretty simple.
I certainly hope that is that simple. But with all that said, I'll go take down your suitcase and start packing some clothes for you. And then I'll be sure to leave it by the front door so it's ready for when you need it.
My suitcase? What do you mean by that?
Well, you're the one who just told me that you were going to go away on a business trip for 2 weeks.
Oh, right. Duh. Sorry, just kind of had a little brain fart right there.
It is 2 weeks, isn't it? Tell me now so that when I pack for you, I get it right.
Yeah, it is 2 weeks. I'm sorry about the confusion. It's just been a while since I've gone on a business trip like this. I hope I don't forget anything.
Well, do you think that you're going to be coming home late tonight again?
Yeah, I think I will. But it shouldn't be as bad as the other nights this time.
I see. Well, okay then. I guess I'll just make dinner for you and leave it in the usual spot for you.
Yes, please. And I really am sorry that I've been leaving so much housework for you to do. I appreciate you stepping up to help out.
Well, I understand that you're really busy with work these days, so it really isn't a big deal. Besides, you know that I'm basically home all day with my work anyways. I only have to go into the office a couple of times a week, so I have time to handle things around here.
It's almost not fair, you know?
Oh, really? What makes you say that? I remember before you were so cagey about my working as well.
I know. And I always feel bad for that as well. I'm glad that you work, Cindy.
Do you really mean that? It's good to hear, at least, because I was always thinking of working anyways.
And I really wouldn't expect any less of you anyways. So, anyways, I just want to let you know that when I get back from the business trip, I promise that I'm going to do even more work around the house than before.
Really? Do you really, really mean that, Jimmy? Because I'm going to hold you to that, you know.
Of course I mean it, and you should hold me to it. I'm really happy that I've married such a self-sufficient woman, but it's just taught me that I need to step up and do more.
But seriously, why would they do something like this? I mean, don't they know when our anniversary is? It's so unfair that they're going to make you work through it. You know that's not right, right?
I know. But I guess it's all decided and a bit too late to try and do anything about it now, right?
Ugh, I guess so. I suppose I really have no choice but to just wait for you to come back.
Don't worry. This trip is going to go great, and then I'll come back home and make it all up to you. 1 week later.
Hey, Jimmy. Are you there? I was just wondering if you wanted to try calling today.
Oh, shoot, Cindy? I'm really, really sorry, but I actually have plans to go out to dinner with a client pretty soon here. And I don't think that I'm going to be getting back to the hotel until pretty late at night, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. That's fair, I suppose.
Also, I'm really sorry about this, but my trip was extended for an additional week. But we'll find the time to call soon, okay?
You mean you promised me that you'll be back here in a week?
I promise that I'll be back then. I mean, it's not like I want to be so far from home and having to do work.
But you really are doing work, right? I mean, you're really away on a business trip right now, right?
Of course I am. Just what do you even mean with those kinds of questions?
Well, it's just that I had a friend tell me that they saw you in the next town over today. But I told them that couldn't be right because you're away.
Well, yeah, of course that's what it was. It's impossible that your friend saw me because I'm not even in the state right now. I guess whoever this person was, they just looked like me. Besides, I wouldn't really think that your friends are the best people to recognize me since we really only met once when you and I got married, right?
Yeah, I guess that is true, now that you point it out.
Well then, it sounds to me like your friend just saw someone who looked like me, unless they really did look like me, in which case, I'd kind of like to see them. I've always wondered about if I had a doppelganger out there somewhere.
You know, I was really surprised my friend told me that, actually. I even thought that you might be lying to me for a second.
Oh, come on. You know that I would never do something like that, Cindy.
I know, but it's just that ever since you left on your business trip, I feel like we've barely been able to talk. And if I don't send you messages, then you hardly ever reach out to me first, you know?
I know that, but it's only because I'm really busy right now.
And so, you're really at the hotel for your business trip right now? You promise that's the truth?
That's what I'm telling you. If you really want me to, then I can send you a picture of the place when I get back to it after dinner.
Okay then. I want to see the hotel and the inside of your room too, okay?
Yeah, of course. Whatever it's going to take to set your mind at ease about all of this.
Well, then do you think that you could show me all of this during a video call?
You want me to show you the hotel I'm staying at on a video call? I knew that you really didn't believe me. Do you have any idea how hard I'm working out here? I really don't need this.
Jimmy, I didn't want to say anything, but I think you've been acting really weird lately.
And I've already told you, it's because I'm really busy with work right now. And when I finish work, I get back to my hotel room exhausted. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a dinner to get to.
But you'll send me photos of the hotel, won't you?
I don't know. Maybe if I remember to at this point. But right now, I just really don't want to talk to you. Please just leave me alone right now, okay? 1 week later. Hey there, Cindy. Super sorry to bug you while you're working, but is now a good time?
Yeah, now works. I'm actually taking the day off, so it's fine.
Oh, really? You are? What are you doing that for?
Well, I just had some things that I needed to take care of is all. Why? Am I not supposed to?
No, that's fine, of course. I was actually just messaging you to tell you that my trip has been extended by another week. I'm really sorry to do this to you, but my office is just really desperate to have me out here and I need to stay longer.
Your business trip? I thought that you were taking paternity leave. That's what your work told me anyways. You don't have to lie anymore about this. Why don't you tell me whose kid this is?
Wait, what do you mean paternity leave? What, are you pregnant or something?
You know, the other day I just happened to run into one of your coworkers at the supermarket. They came up to me to congratulate me, and when I asked what for, they said the child that I just had. Anyways, I was pretty confused, so I called your office to ask about what that person meant. And your supervisor told me that you had been away on paternity leave this whole time. Care to explain yourself?
I think there's been some kind of mistake here. Maybe when you gave the person on the phone your name, they looked up someone with the same last name as me. Maybe they just told you about someone else at my office who was taking off for paternity leave, right? I mean, I already told you about how rare it is for men to get that where I work.
Are you there with your client right now, Jimmy?
Would it be weird if I was right now?
Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave the house. You have fun with your business trip or whatever it is.
Wait, what? What do you mean you're leaving the house? Where are you going? What is this all about?
Jimmy, just give it up. I already know everything. I know that you knocked up that Libby girl, and that you've been having an affair with her for a while now, right?
Wait, what? Are you crazy? What in the world ever gave you that idea? Of course I'm not having an affair with that lady.
You know, I almost told you this, but when Libby came over to drop off her gift, she also gave me a thank you letter that had her address on it. At first, I didn't think anything of it, until that friend told me that they saw you in a nearby town.
We went over this. That had to have been someone who looked like me.
I was willing to believe that until I realized that that was a town that Libby lives in too. So I tried to go and look at her place and the address she gave me, and I didn't have to wait long before I saw you sneaking in. I even took pictures of it happening. Videos too. So just drop the act with me right now, okay? I already know the whole truth. This entire business trip of yours has just been one giant lie. You knocked up the woman you were cheating on me with and lied to me about need to go on a business trip so that you could help raise your kid. But I do have to admit that you really did trick me. I believed everything that you were telling me.
You don't understand. She was threatening me. She told me that if I didn't help her, that she would tell you all about us. That's the whole reason she went over to our house, to show me that she wasn't joking. But I didn't want you to find out because I didn't want you to leave me. Libby and I didn't have anything serious between the two of us. This whole thing has just been an accident.
You know, I don't even know whether to believe you or not anymore. But at this point, I just don't think I care at all.
Please, you have to understand. Libby said that if I help her for a month, that she'll never bother me again. I won't have to be a father to this child at all, and it can go back to being just you and I.
And you think that that kind of attitude makes me want to stay with you? You really are out of your mind if you think that I'm going to stick with you through this. You lied to me and kept me hoping that you would come back one day. But instead, you just kept stretching and stretching this lie until it collapsed under its own weight. You betrayed me, and I never, ever want anything to do with you ever again. Do you understand me? I mean, is this why I've been having to do all the work around the house? Is this why you've been coming home so late? Why it's been so difficult to even get a text back from you while you've been away?
Cindy, please. I really am sorry. You have to believe that I never ever wanted things to go this way. I should have never cheated on you, and I realize that now. So please, I just hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me for what I've done to you.
You're a joke, and I never want anything to do with you again. The next you hear from me, it will be through my lawyer. After that, Jimmy and I began the divorce process. I'd collected enough evidence that he knew he had no way of getting out of this. Then, I sued him and Libby for their affair. At first, I was prepared to move out of the house, but because of the divorce, Jimmy was left with little choice but to father his child so that he could live with Libby. Apparently, it was either that or pay child support to Libby until the child turned 18. But Jimmy didn't have enough money after the lawsuit, and Libby knew that she would get more from him by having him at home. After the divorce, rumors started to fly around Jimmy's office about his so-called paternal leave. The employee who approached me at the supermarket talked about how confused I was when I heard I was supposed to have had a baby. When Jimmy returned to his office, practically everyone had some wild theory about what he was really doing. In the end, Jimmy quit his job out of embarrassment. I hear that things between Libby and him didn't last long after that either. As for me, it was tough getting over the shock of being cheated on, but I am trying to move on with my life bit by bit. I just hope that one day I'll be able to trust like I once trusted Jimmy again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.